OS, in which I have created the Kubernetes cluster with one master and 3 worker nodes. So if you guys want to know how we can create the cluster, so please refer to the Kubernetes video series cluster creation process. So this is my terminal. So let us just check our Kubernetes cluster health. We'll write kubectl get nodes. So as we can see, all of our nodes are in ready state, which means that our cluster is up and we are ready to install Helm. So let us copy the command of downloading the tar file from Salesforce Dealers website and paste it over here. What these commands do, these commands will download a tar file of Helm version 3. So as we can see, it has downloaded. So let us extract this particular file by using tar-zxf, then the file name, and let us do ls. So as we can see, after extracting it, it has created a directory with the name linux-amd64. So let us change to this particular directory. So as we can see, here is a executable file, binary file for Helm. So we will move this particular file to our user local bin directory. So let sudo move Helm to user local bin directory. Okay, so we have done it. So now let us execute Helm to check whether it is successfully installed or not. So yes, as we can see, Helm is successfully installed. So that is how we can install Helm. So as I told you the prerequisite that the cluster should be in up and ready state. So as we have seen, we have executed kubectl get nodes to check our cluster status. And once the cluster status was in healthy state, then after we have executed this particular command for installing the Helm. So that is how we can install the Helm. Now let us proceed further and let us see how we can create our first Helm chart. So let us proceed further. Let us execute the command for creating the Helm chart, which says Helm create my chart. So what this command will do, this command will create a directory with the name of my chart. If I'll show you, so here it is. So let us change to this directory and have a look what all the files, or I can say what all the contents this particular file has created. So here it is. So as we can see, there are some directories, charts, templates with 2 files, charts.yml and values.yml. So let us do tree and see what all are there. So as we can see, inside our templates, there are files like deployment.yml, service.yml, index.yml. So these are the files that are automatically created when we created the Helm chart by using Helm create my chart. So if we can see a file here which is named values.yml, this is the most important file of our chart, because this file, if I'll show you, this file contains all the necessary values like how many pods we want, what should be the service type, what should be the port on which the service should listen, and what should be the image for our particular pod. So as you can see here, replica count is mentioned 1, which means only one pod will be run. Image, which images will be using Nginx, so means that when we will deploy this particular chart, it will create a pod for the Nginx. And the service type is cluster IP. So from the cluster IP, we will move the cluster IP name to the load balancer using the Helm command. So this is the most important part of the chart directory. So if you want to deploy your own image, then you can replace the image name with your image name from here. And if I will show you the deployment.yml inside templates directory, so as you can see, all the names are parameterized in this particular YAML file. Means these all names will be parameterized and they will be picked from the values.yml file. So that is how it looks. So let us start deploying this chart. So let me just open this. Let me split the screen and let me just open the values.yml so that we can see how the commands should be run. So let me just get the values.yml over here. Okay, this is our values.yml. So if I'll show you in the Salesforce Dealers website for the deploying the Helm, as we have seen how we can create the Helm chart, we have executed this command already, Helm create my chart. So in the next option, we will see how we can deploy the Helm chart. So all the commands here are mentioned very nicely. So let us proceed. So let us deploy our first Helm chart. So for this we will write Helm, then install, then chart name. So let us give our chart name as Salesforce Drillers. Then the chart path, that is my chart, it is on home, so we'll mention the chart name. Then --set. Now suppose we want two replica counts for this particular Helm chart, so we will write set. Then in the values.ml we can see it is mentioned replica count, so we will write set replica count equals to 2, which means 2 pods will be up. Then --set. So in the service, as we can see, it is cluster IP, so we will mention the cluster IP to load balancer because we want this Nginx deployment to be accessed outside of the cluster. So we will write --set service dot type equals to load balancer, means it will create a load balancer for our chart. Then we will press enter. So as we can see, it has successfully deployed our Helm chart. So if I'll show you by executing kubectl get all, so as we can see, 2 pods of this are running, and for the service it has created an external load balancer DNS that is over here. So as we can see, both of our pods are in running state. So if I will show you my load EC2 dashboard, and if I will go to load balancers, so it should have created the load balancer. It is here. It is. This load balancer is of our Kubernetes cluster. So you can refer to the Kubernetes cluster creation video to have a look on how this load balancer is created. So this is our new load balancer that is created using the Helm chart. So as you can see, port number 80, which was in our values.yaml file. So let us copy this particular DNS, load balancer DNS, and paste it in the browser. It will take some time to populate the DNS. So once it is ready, we will see the welcome page for Nginx over here automatically. So that is how we can create, or I can say we can deploy our Helm chart. So let me just recall it. We have, first of all, we have executed the command which says Helm create my chart, and in that particular directory we have created a my chart directory, and in this my chart directory, what was the contents? Values.yaml, and in templates there were deployment.yaml, service.yaml. So these were automatically created, and when we have executed the Helm command, so all the resources like deployment, service, and pods, all of them were created automatically without any other manual efforts. So that is how we can deploy, or I can say we can deploy our first Helm chart. So now let us wait till our DNS gets populated. So yes, as it is done, we can see a welcome to Nginx page has been shown. So that is how we can deploy the Helm chart. Now let us try to modify this chart. So in the above command, if I'll show you, we have set the replica counts to 2. Now suppose we want to modify this chart, we want only one single pod of this particular deployment to be run. So we will update this command. So instead of install, we will write upgrade, means we are upgrading our chart. So this says Helm upgrade, then the chart name, then chart path, then --set replica counts equals to 1, that we want only one pod now, and then we will press enter. So it is saying Salesforce Drillers has been upgraded. So now if we will do kubectl get all, so as we can see, we have only single pod of this deployment running. So if I'll again refresh, it will not impact our Nginx. So as we can see, it is still available now, which means earlier 2 pods were running, now only single pod is running. So that is how we can create and deploy and modify our first chart. For installing a fresh chart, we will write Helm install, and for modifying we have executed Helm upgrade, which is this command. So these commands are mentioned properly in Salesforce Teller's websites. So if I'll show you in modifying Helm chart option, so here it is, which says Helm upgrade, and all the files here are mentioned. Now let us try to create the package of this chart. Now suppose our chart has been created and we want to save this chart, so we can package this chart and move to our GitHub repository. So for knowing what is GitHub repository, please refer to the Git video series. So now let us package our Helm chart. So for this we will write Helm package, then the chart name, that is my chart. So as we can see, it has successfully packaged the chart and saved it to a directory in our home directory. So if I'll show you by executing ls, so this is our packaged chart file. So we can move this particular package chart file to our GitHub repository, and then if later we want to use this, so we can again clone it from the repository and we can again use this particular chart directory. And if you guys want to deploy your own image, so in the values.yml you can replace your own image name from here. So that is how you can do this. So now let us try to delete this particular Helm chart. So if I again show you, let me just show you over here. This says kubectl get all. Okay, so these were the resources. So now let us delete this chart. For this we will write Helm delete Salesforce drillers, and then when I'll press enter, so it will delete our chart and all the resources like pods, services, deployments, all of them will be automatically deleted. So if I'll show you kubectl get all, so we can see all of our pods are deleted. So we can see services still there, so this will also delete. So let us wait till it gets deleted. Let us try to check again by executing kubectl get all. So yes, it is still there, it is in deletion process. So let us wait till it gets completely deleted. So yes, we can see it is deleted. So that is how we can delete a Helm chart. So I hope this video has been clear to you. So thank you guys.